Definite integral 7, Riemann sum to integral. Express the limit n goes to infinity, I goes from 1 to n, log of 1 plus I times e plus 1 over n times e plus 1 over n. This is delta x, this is xi, and this is the function. As a definite integral with a equals -1, integral a to b, f of x dx. Recall the Riemann sum formula. Limit n goes to infinity, I goes from 1 to n, f of a plus I times b minus a over n times b minus a over n is equal to integral a to b f of x dx. What is difficult about this question is that we have to choose a to be -1. This is a lower limit. So xi is a plus I times b minus a over n. But a is -1, so xi is -1 plus I times b minus 1 all over n. That's equal to -1 plus I times b plus 1 all over n. So let's rewrite log of 1 plus I times e plus 1 over n in such a way that xi is inside the brackets. So we'll write this as log of 2 plus -1 plus I times e plus 1 over n. Now this part here, this is xi. So we have xi to be -1 plus I times e plus 1 over n. And we also have the function f of xi to be log of 2 plus xi. So let's plug in I equals 1 in here. We get x1 is equal to -1 plus e plus 1 over n. Let's put I equals 2 in here. We get x2 is equal to -1 plus 2 times e plus 1 over n. And let's also put I equals n here to find the endpoint b. xn is equal to -1 plus n times e plus 1 over n. The n's cancel out and we get just e, which is equal to b. Now to find a, take the limit as n goes to infinity of x1, which is -1 plus e plus 1 over n. This term is going to go to 0 as n goes to infinity, so we get -1. This is a. And delta x, of course, is b minus a over n. So that's b minus a over n. That's equal to e minus 1 over n. That's e plus 1 divided by n. So what we have is a equals -1. B is equal to e. xi is -1 plus I times e plus 1 over n. F of xi is log of 2 plus xi, and delta x is e plus 1 over n. We can now transform the Riemann sum into a definite integral. So we have limit n goes to infinity, I goes from 1 to n, log 1 plus I times e plus 1 over n times delta x e plus 1 over n, and this is equal to the Riemann sum. This Riemann sum is equal to definite integral from -1 to e log of 2 plus x dx. We've transformed the Riemann sum into a definite integral. Now we can sketch this function. So the integral from -1 to e log of 2 plus x dx is basically the area under the curve. It's a shaded area represents this definite integral. The value of this definite integral is given by the shaded area. All right, thank you.